Alright, y'all. Today we're going to be cooking. I'm going to show you how to make venison egg bake on the crock pot. First things first. Get a clean crock pot. As you can see, mine is not clean, so mine's soaking. And then I'll clean it. So this is what you need. You need some, you can use regular sausage, venison hamburger, whatever you want. So venison hamburger, partially frozen, so it's easier to cut. I'm making a half batch, so you only need 6 eggs. You need about a cup of milk. I got a half a diced onion, half diced green pepper here. Got some mild cheddar and some parmesan cheese. And then you'll need some seasonings as well. And I'll go through that once I get to that point. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, first things first. Get yourself a cutting board. And a knife. Take your partially frozen sausage links. This is very easy recipe, anybody can do it. Take them out. Throw them on your cutting board like so. Pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to cube these up. Throw that in there for now. Partially frozen. Makes them a little easier to cube. I like to cube them about that big, maybe. Cube them as big as you want, as small as you want. Doesn't really matter. This is where the partially frozen part comes in. You can kind of just do them all at once. Alright, after you got your venison cubed up, you can take a half a cup of milk and 6 eggs. Crack the eggs in, mix them with your milk, and beat them together. Little eggshell in there, never killed anybody, so don't worry about it. Wash the egg off your hands so you don't get salmonella. And then you're just going to sit here and beat. Once you get a consistency like this, once you get a consistency like this, you're going to take your seasonings. I got teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of pepper, quarter teaspoon of onion powder, quarter teaspoon of mustard powder. You're going to take that, mix that into your egg and milk mixture. I'll have the full recipe with all the ingredients and everything down below, so look for that. Once you got that done, you're going to get a frying pan going ripping hot to sear your venison links. So that is the next step. Once your pan's hot, no oil or anything, you want to take your venison here and just sear it. We're not cooking it, we're just searing it to get it brown. So I like to take a piece, make sure my pan's hot enough, and put it in there. If you hear that noise, that sizzling noise, you know your pan's hot enough. I'm actually going to add just a tad, a little bit of olive oil, just maybe a teaspoon of olive oil to cover the bottom of the pan so easier for cleanup. Get that all nice and hot. If you're using like a traditional pork sausage, you don't need oil because they have enough fat in them to oil the pan as they sear. So then what you're going to do is just pretty self-explanatory. Put that in. Want to be able to hear that. You need to hear that sound, otherwise there's no point in doing this step. This is just to get a brown color and add more flavor to your sausage. That going, you're just going to let that go just like so for a little bit. Minute, or I'd say give it a minute or so. As this is going, you get your crock pot set up because basically you're ready to do the stuffing point of the crock pot. Put them on a minute, give them a little toss. Maybe you gotta get a fork out here, get them moving around a little bit. See that? That's what you're looking for. Color like this is what you're looking for. That's how you add maximum amount of flavor to your sausage. Let that sear for a little longer, give it a little more shake and stir. This is great for deer camp, pretty easy recipe. You make this the night before, throw it in the crock pot, be ready to go for breakfast. Once you got that brown, you're gonna shut your heat off and just let that sit there for a minute. Alright, once you got your clean crock pot, you're gonna take your hash browns, can be frozen or unthawed. That's just gonna, if they're frozen, it's gonna take a little longer to cook than they are thawed. These are frozen, obviously. Take your hash browns, break them up a little bit. Open them up. You're just gonna give a nice layer, even layer on the bottom. Don't knock the whole bag, just a little layer. Like so, just a layer like that. And then you're gonna come in with about half your onions, green pepper mixture. Dump that in there, a little layer, spread that around. A little bit of your parmesan cheese. Sprinkle that around. A little bit of your cheddar cheese. And you're going to come in with your sausage. Put a little bit of your sausage around. About half. I'd say about half because you're going to make 2 layers. Spread them around evenly. Alright. Then what I like to do is I like to take a little bit of barbecue rub. This is Famous Dave's barbecue rub, as you can see. Sprinkle that on top. This gives it a nice little spice and barbecue flavor if you like that. And you're just going to repeat. Take your hash browns, spread them around, dump the rest of the bag in now. About. Depending on how big your crock pot is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit the whole bag here in here. Maybe squish them down a little bit. Rest of your hash browns in there. Rest of your green pepper onion mixture. Hold off on the cheese now. Don't put the cheese on yet. The rest of your venison sausage or whatever you're using for meat. You can use bacon too. You got your venison sausage in there. beat up your egg mixture one last time. Just kind of spread that around. Evenly. Then finish off the rest of your Parmesan cheese and the rest of your cheddar cheese. Like so. Spread that around evenly. And sprinkle with barbecue rub if you want. This is an optional step. Then throw the lid on. Put in your slow cooker and run around low. Low, if you have frozen hash browns, low will take 8 hours. If you have thaw hash browns, low will take 6 hours. You run it on high, frozen hash browns, 6 hours. And then high, unthawed hash browns, about 4 hours. Just basically until your egg sets. So I would say anywhere from 5 to 8 hours of cook time. So yeah, I'll see you in 8 hours. Show you how it turned out. Well, it's the next morning. Let's go check on the egg bake. I already pulled out a crock pot. There she is. Looks pretty good, huh? Let me grab a spatula and plate. That's what it should look like when it's done, just like that. Looks pretty good. You can either eat this plain like it is, or you can eat it any way you want. That's pretty good, but I like to add some green pepper hot sauce to mine. Well, that is how you make a venison egg bake. I highly suggest it. It's pretty good, pretty easy to make, quick. So stay tuned for the next cook video.